buy that for $1.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports $1 pickups videos. So I recently went to a couple flea markets, antique malls, garage sales, etc. And I picked up all of these items for just $1 or less. So it's very hard to find stuff on a thrifting budget. None of this stuff is spectacularly worth a whole lot of money or anything like that. But I just like to share these videos with you to show, even in today's times, you can still find some pretty cool stuff for less than $1 or less if you just get out there and just really look really hard for it. So the first items I picked up were from an antique mall, and this is trivia cards A and B out of the classic baseball game, and these were the only things there. The game itself was not there. Ironically, I think I was walking through the antique mall and I found the game without the cards, but it wasn't $1. So these were $1 each, actually, not $1 for both of them. But the unfortunate part was I did open it up, and some of the cards in there are not in the best of condition because Classic decided to put the plasticky coating on these. You can see how the cards over time have stuck together, and when you peel them apart, you kind of are damaging the card when you peel them apart. I spent quite a while trying to get these apart, and I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to penny sleeve, some of the stars like Ripken and stuff like that, but Nolan Ryan. But for all intents and purposes, unfortunately, these are pretty much all ruined. Now, on the other side of that coin, if you really like your baseball trivia, this is definitely a nice couple decks of cards to have, because you have about 5 questions. How many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 or 6 questions on every card with the trivia answer on there. So if you look at it that way, if you don't look at these for the collectible side of things, but you look at them for the trivia side of things, that's not a bad deal, actually. So I thought $1 a piece wasn't a horrible loss. I probably wouldn't have bought them if I would have inspected them before. But, unfortunately, sometimes you just forget about stuff like that when you're hunting, and I was just so excited to the fact that they were only $1 a piece that I overlooked the fact that the condition of them probably is not the best. So we'll move on from those. Got a couple singles that I already pulled out of there, so I'll just throw those to the side as well. But the next items I found at a garage sale, and both of these items were actually in a frame together. And that's the weird part about this. This photo was framed, and this is former pitcher Jim Wynn, Winn, Jim Wynn, not to be confused with Toy Cannon Jim Wynn that played for the Colt 45s. But this is Jim Wynn, and it was in a frame with Hall of Famer Jan Stenerud. And I'm like, well, that's an unlikely pair to be put in a frame, but I talked to the guy a little bit about it, and he's like, well, I got these when I was a kid. I was at a signing, and, Mr. Wynn was there, and I was at a signing, and Jan Stenerud was there, and, my parents bought a frame for him and put him in there, and I've, had him in the frame ever since. Now, I took him out of the frame, as you can see, and luckily the Jan Stenerud, it's not the best signature. It's in a, black Sharpie that's not really eye-popping. But luckily it was in a sleeve, so it was well protected. But unfortunately, Mr. Wynn here, over time, got some damage. And, that's from, the back of the frame backing or whatever, kind of yellowed. It got a little wet down here at the bottom, but luckily the signature's still there. That didn't get damaged. But it has shown its wear. Jim Wynn is actually from the southwest Missouri area, so this makes sense, that you would find a Jim Wynn autograph down here. He still lives down here to this day. Jan Stenerud, obviously a Kansas City Chief legend, not too far away as well, but I paid $1 each for both of them because they were both in the frame for $2. So I thought for $2 to get Jan Stenerud, sold. So the final part of that yard sale that day, I'm just gonna move these up here. I was really surprised to see these because, you know, I'm in Missouri and not Los Angeles, and I actually found the March edition of the Los Angeles Lakers, I guess, guide, you know, that maybe they give this out at the stadium where the Lakers play or, you know, whatever, but it's celebrating LeBron James getting the scoring title. Let me zoom out so you can read that a little better. But this is celebrating him passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list. Now, unfortunately, they put a nice big sticker for 75 cents in the middle of the page, and I'm going to have to peel that off gently to make sure it comes off nice. But not only did they have one there, they actually had 3 of these there. And I grabbed a second one because the third one was just really beat up. So I paid 75 cents each for these. And these are really neat. Again, I don't know if these are free or you got to pay for them at the stadium, but you know, it has all the current Lakers in there from the 2022-23 season. And I just thought this was just a huge thing. You know, especially commemorating the historic accomplishments of LeBron James. You know, this is just one of those things that I don't know if I'm ever going to see in my lifetime somebody pass LeBron James's record. I said that about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but here we are in 2023, you know, LeBron, you know, broke his record. Well, I should say the 2022-2023 season, LeBron broke his record. So, very happy to get all this stuff for $1 or less. Tell me what your favorite was. You know, kind of mixed all the sports here with football, basketball, and baseball. Give me your feedback. Look forward to your comments below. Happy collecting, everybody, and I hope you find deals just as good as this or not better for $1 or less in your searching. Happy collecting.
I'd buy that for $1.